Hi guys, Mark Crossfield here, and in my hands I've got a lot of Scotty Cameron Select Newport Putters. We're going to put them to the test. Got my Sam Putt Lab. Let's see what they're all about. Let's get stuck in. So let's take a look at the Scotty Cameron Select putters. I've got a good selection here. Multi-material faces, we're saying, for improved feel, sound, those kind of things. Also here we got a soft and solid feel from integrated vibration dampening system here. So there's another layer inside of the face, so which connects the milled face to the putter. There's like a dampening layer inside as well, again for feel and sound. And what Scotty Cameron is saying with these putters is he's really going to kind of tune in feel, because he is saying he understands how important feel is and sound to everyone when they're putting. So they're doing everything they can to try and kind of heighten that for you. Now the insert on these as well goes all the way to the bottom, and on some of them, if we go here to the M2 Select, we can see here it actually goes around the bottom, so the face is the sole as well, just to make sure you're getting the same kind of feel sounds from every part of the face, even if you're catching it low or on the bottom of this club. So on the Newport 2, 2.5, we get them this kind of classic. I mean, who hasn't got an image of Tiger winning events with this in the back of his putter? Newport 3, we get them as well. This is kind of my preferred shape, this half moon shape, big line up line. And then also on the M2 as well, we're seeing them here. So M2, then we get a notchback dual balance putter. So this has got counterbalance at the top and this kind of notchback design again with the cherries. And Select Mallet 1 here also with this raised crossed hair, which is going to help you for alignment, Scotty is saying. So with all the tech and ideas with the insert and the dampening, what have you, what it's going to come down to often with a putter. So if you look at these two here, I prefer the rounded shape of this one compared to the straighter lines on this one. So I prefer the Select Newport to the Newport 2, and we're going to measure some data in a second with Sam to show you the difference or not between them, the measurable difference. But out of those two, I'm going to go for the one I prefer the look of every time. We also get these weight points on the bottom here, which are changeable but not by you. They're built around kind of lengths and feels of the putter also. So they're in there, but they're not for you to be changing around at home. So both putters calibrated on Sam. Let's show you 5 putts of each and show you maybe how my feels override what any measurable data can be seen from these two. So that's my preferred Newport Select. Now Newport 2's turn. That looked better. So if we look at the numbers on those two, address aiming was 0.5 in it, next to nothing in it. So the straighter lines compared to the rounded lines for my aiming ability, not making any difference. And then if we look at delivery, so you can see from the Newport, my preferred one, I'm delivering face impact at 0, and then on the Newport 2, I'm delivering it 0.9 degrees close, so less than a degree's difference in those two. You can see it's going to come down to my personal preference between those two. So if I was to choose something like the Select Mallet 1, you can see there that my aim is pretty decent delivery and at address. So maybe these crosshairs for me is something that I wouldn't buy into. Alignment lines aren't always the thing I'm looking for in a putter, but if you're struggling with your aim, something like this might help you. So let's measure now then. I'm going to go Newport 2, but this is the notchback dual balance, so it's counterbalanced, and it's got these kind of 2 notches at the back as well. This one does make me feel like I want to set up differently and hit my putt in a different way. And I've been trying to get this message across for ages, and this is the importance of custom fit. Custom fitting for me isn't a process of you going to find out what is the best putter to buy. Custom fitting is a process of going to find out why you might prefer a certain style or not around your equipment, and then make a good decision or a good purchase. Don't see custom fitting as a selling tool, see it as a lesson. So this putter makes me feel like I need to put the ball more in the middle of my stance, because I'm feeling like the dual balance part of it wants to connect to my tummy button to give me more of this kind of feeling of a connected putter. Let's see if the numbers change. Not too bad. So if we look at the dual balance numbers here, my aim is 0.3, it's staying constant. Now this is the big change with this one. See how my face is now more closed, 1.4 left at impact, because that head now is overtaking me a little bit more. Again, if I wanted to use this putter, I love the feel, I love the idea of it, I might have to change my technique slightly around it. I'm not saying that's a good thing. I feel like I would be able to do that if I wanted that putter that badly, but it shows you again how custom fit is about working within your fields, which I think is relative, because that's everything Scotty is saying with these putters. It's all about delivering some kind of skilled feel sound for you to take away and play with. So I'm gonna have a quick go with the M2 Newport Select. Again, you get the wraparound face to the bottom, raised bar here, or raised cross line in the middle here also, and it's a deeper mallet, same cherries on the back. I mean, I think the thing with Scotty, isn't it, that you're getting amazing feels, sound, and kind of build, kind of craftsmanship is what you're being sold. And you got to think about the kind of people who play golf. There is definitely people who are a bit more affluent who play this game, and this will really fit into their mindset of what they want their clubs to be. Are you going to putt better or worse for using one of these? Well, that's for you to go and test and decide. I personally love putters. I've never scrimped on spending money on putters as a player, and that doesn't mean I always buy the most expensive. It means I don't discard them for being expensive, because I know it's an aspect of my game that's so important to me. And the thing, I think you're getting a full range, whatever you want. So this is my preferred shape of putter, so if I want to go Scotty, I can. He's offering every design, every look, every feel that you could get out there in a putter. So it's a very extensive range. So the feel from this putter to the very different looking M2 is very consistent. Like blindfolded, I'm not going to tell the difference in the feel of these two, because they're made to pretty much the same spec. We also get these red grips. All it says on the website is that they're tour proven. That just means people play them on tour. But you can't go and change your grip on a Scotty. This grip is built around the weight and the balance, they're saying, I think, of the whole putter, whatever balance means. Oh, that's my preferred one. I do like the wraparound bit at the bottom. That makes a lot of sense to me. Certainly I see amateurs striking all over the face, even on putters, so getting a consistent feel there is an important thing for most people. So even down to neck design, so we've got two putters here, both of them Newport 2 and 2.5, slight variations in the neck design, which do give you a different feel down at impact, or kind of look, which then results in feel. But the two heads, for all intents and purposes, are exactly the same. And I think when it comes to Newports and Select range, it's hard not to put this in your bag, isn't it? This is the one that everyone thinks of. This is the one that you think about winning those events, watching that Masters late in the evening, all those kind of things. With players holding those winning putts with this style. So it is very hard not to think of this one, isn't it? This is the one I would choose. This is the one I would choose before any of the fittings. This is the one that I'm comfortable using in shape. The feel, I have to say, of these Scotties is second to none. They feel absolutely gorgeous. They look fantastic. Yes, they're expensive. Will they make you a better putter? That's for you to decide. But I certainly understand why people desire these. If you want to spend your money on this, or maybe on a new driver, which is more expensive, again, we all know where people like to invest their money there. This is an important club that I think lots of people could take a lot more time over. Absolutely loving these. Have to be the most desirable putter out there, don't they?